What's going on? Today is Wednesday, November 17th, 2021. I am on my way to work. It's about 5 to 6 in the morning. I'm not going to work tonight. I'm going to take the day off. Last night I didn't have as good a day. I still made $90 in about 4 hours. A little bit over 4.5 hours. Still really good. I've made $195 so far this week, just working part-time. That's fine. If I can average $100 a day during the week, that'd be perfect. So, that's not what this video is about, though. This is about the tips that I can give you to make $300 every single day, at least here in St. Louis. But really, I think it applies to any densely populated area. Now, like right now, I'm out in the country. If you live way out there and you're dashing out there, this doesn't apply to you. And that's why I don't dash out here. They have DoorDash where I live. But I drive to Chesterfield every day. That's where I feel comfortable at, and that's where I think I can make a lot more money. And now, it's right on my way home now from work. So, kind of by design. All that's kind of by design. So the first tip, number one, is set a goal every single day. Now, my goal when I work full time, and that's what I'm talking about. You got to work a full day to make 300. When I say a full day, you got to work until you make 300. So set a goal. And I'm going to say it one more time. Mine was $300 a day, and I made it every day for weeks. At the end, there when I was working full time, and I just stopped 2 days ago. I missed it twice. I made 257 one day, and I made 277 one day. And it's not like I couldn't have made the 300 those 2 days. I could have stayed out and grinded it out, but I made a choice to say, I'll tell you what, today's not the best day. What I'm going to do instead, I'm going to go home, I'm going to get some good rest, and then I'm going to hit it the next day. Well, at least one of those days was a Thursday. We all know Friday is a better day than Thursday, so why stay out on a bad day when you got a good day for the next day? So, set that daily goal at 300 and do whatever it takes to make that 300, man. You might have to come out early, you might have to stay late, and for sure, you're going to have to grind. You're going to have to grind. Number two, getting a centralized location in your area, or at least a part of your area that you feel really comfortable in, and make that your base. Like for me in Chesterfield, Missouri, I get at Clarkson and 40. That way I can get deliveries shooting down to Chesterfield Airport Road, pick up a delivery at Chesterfield Airport Road, either coming right back there or going to Baldwin or, Town and Country or anywhere that pays $2 a mile. But you want to bounce, and then by bounce I mean pick up a delivery, deliver a delivery, pick up a delivery, deliver another delivery. And a lot of times when you get on a roll, baby, you'll just bounce, over and over and over. So you're like a ping pong ball, and you get on a roll, and you might, there's days that I'll get a $15 delivery, followed by a $15 delivery, followed by a $15 delivery. You just get on a roll, baby. And you do that by putting yourself in a good centralized location in your area, where you can get a pickup delivery, deliver a delivery, pick up another delivery. Boom. That's so important. Pick a centralized location in your area where you can do that. The other part of that is that you don't want to be on the edge of your zone. Because then what you'll end up doing is taking a bunch of deliveries outside your zone, and there's no chance of bouncing. So that's why you want to get somewhere central. Now, I'm not completely in the middle, because then I would be closer to Manchester Road, and Manchester Road in my zone is traffic, and a bunch of funny restaurants, a lot of drive-thrus, things like that. So I do go to Manchester Road all the time. Don't get it twisted. And sometimes I make some money over there too, but that's not where I want to be. As far as a hot spot goes, a hot spot is wherever there's a bunch of restaurants. Let me just say that. Don't overthink the hot spot thing. That's you need to find a place in your area where you feel comfortable at with a bunch of restaurants, and that's your hot spot, and you always work back towards there. First, set a goal. A lot of people worry about what you're making per hour. Hey, now, I use what you make per hour when I'm trying to figure out if a delivery's worth doing. You know what I mean? Like, that's the next thing we're going to talk about is, hey, stay disciplined. Stay disciplined. Don't take bad orders. Sometimes it's hard because you're bored and you've been paused, and you just want to do something. I get it. I've done it a million times. Man, I haven't taken an order. I'm just gonna take that one. Wish I wouldn't have done that. Stay disciplined. But there are, and I'm a $2 a mile guy. But there are times where you can compromise that. One, believe it or not, is Walmart, and I'm going to tell you why. If you take a Total Wine delivery, for instance, and it's $40 for 20 miles, right? You're going to drive 20 miles, and then you're going to have to drive 20 miles back, or at least 10, 15 miles back to another edge of your zone, right? So that's really 20, 30, maybe even closer to 40 miles you're going to drive. Okay, let's say you get a $40, 30-mile Walmart delivery. Most people will say, oh no, I would never take that. I don't do Walmart. Well, I don't know, man. Because what you got to remember, all those deliveries you take from Walmart going to be in your zone. So you're going to drive the same amount of miles that you would have on the Walmart delivery, except are even less on a $40, 30-mile delivery, but instead of being outside your zone, you're going to be in your zone, because that Walmart delivery is not going to take you outside your zone. Just food for thought for people who hate Walmart. I get it. I've had a lot of issues with them too. So the other delivery you can consider is time, right? $1 per minute. Like anything that you can get done, $1 per minute. Like, I'm going to give you, for instance, a Total Wine. The other day, I took a $29, 17-mile Total Wine delivery. Why did I take that? Because I knew I could get that done in about 40 minutes. That's where that's the only time, really, that I use what I'm making per hour. A lot of people are obsessed with it. We don't get paid by the hour. At the end of the day, I'm worried about how much did I make at the end of the day, end of the week, that type of stuff. But we're talking about making $300 a day, right? So if I think I can get that done and it's not going to take up too much of my day, I'm going to do it, I ended up even getting a hidden tip on it, ended up paying $31.08, and I got it done in about 45 minutes. We all know that anytime you can make $30 an hour, you're doing good. So anything you can do, let's say it's a $17 13-mile delivery. You might even take that if you think you can get it done, if it's all highway, if you think you can get it done, in 30 minutes, 31, 32 minutes. You can get back and get another $10, $12 delivery. That's the only two times that in that kind of scenario that you compromise your miles money. And the other time is, you might be at Chesterfield Airport Road and there's a delivery right back to Clarkson and 40 where you'd rather be, or especially like in my area, Manchester Road. Like I said, I don't like to be down at Manchester Road. I go down there all the time. Sometimes I'll work for hours down there. But when it's slow down there, I want to get back to Clarkson 40. I want to start bouncing between Clarkson 40 and Chesterfield Airport Road again. I'll look for a delivery just going back there. If it pays $1 a mile, it pays $1 a mile. Whatever it pays. Hey, at least I got paid to go back. I didn't just drive back. And then the other time, of course, is if there's a delivery going towards my house and it's time for me to go home. I don't care what it pays. I just need to get in that direction. And that's the times I compromise my miles of money. Another thing is, don't wait. If it's taking more than 5 or 10 minutes, that's enough. That's enough, man. You anything past that, unless it pays really well, if it pays $30 or something like that, $25. Well, if it's some kind of delivery like that, you may wait 15, but then you're starting to stretch. You can't waste a quarter of your hour, that precious time that you got, especially in the middle of dinner rush or middle of lunch rush, waiting on a delivery. The other day I did a smash burger. I got there and it was a 12:25 4-mile delivery. I got there's only 2 guys working in there. I said to the guy, how's it looking? He said, oh, it's going to be up in a minute. Just give me a few minutes, blah, blah, blah. I said, okay. I went to the bathroom. I came out. I ended up being in there 15, 20 minutes. And just because it paid $12, I waited. But man, I was right in the middle of a roll, and that just ended it, So you got to be very careful about waiting. What I honest to God, should have not waited. I should have, after about 5 or 10 minutes, I could see that it wasn't going to be anytime soon. You just very quietly start walking out. You know what I mean? And you unassign that order. Save your unassigns for times like that. I'm way over 90% on completion rate. I unassigned for 3 hours last night, and 2 of them was because of waiting. And the other one was a delivery I took, and then I thought about it. I said I shouldn't have taken that. But you really should save your unassigns for wait time that you're not going to want to wait. I was all the way up to 95% earlier. So I've got some saved ones. So don't wait, okay? Take good deliveries. I already said when you can compromise that. But, one thing you're going to have to grind some days. You know what I mean? You got to consider this. Like, this is what I get to consider, is I need to save some time for slow days. You know what I mean? So I'm either going to plan to work early or at least be prepared to work early or work late. Now, at first, I worked late. And what I found out is that these restaurants will just close anytime they want, and they just keep closing earlier and earlier and earlier and earlier and earlier. And I don't think that trend is going to change anytime soon. So what I had to do is I had to make the decision to get up an hour earlier every day. And I knew that most of the time, or at least half the time, to a little bit more than that, that was going to be a lousy hour. But that might be the little bit of money I needed at the end of the day to get me to 300. And I made a decision to grind in the morning because at least I knew there were some restaurants open, and instead of grinding at night where you're not sure what's open and all the restaurants are starting to get ready to close, if you grind in the morning, some are open and the rest are about ready to open. So I made a decision every day to get up a little bit earlier, an hour earlier, and grind in the morning. And most of the time, I would say more than half the time, it wasn't a very profitable situation. I always did something, $20 sometimes even less. But I also got my unicorn delivery during that hour. So that made all the other times worse, of course. But, and then sometimes, you just gotta, some days you're gonna have to get up that hour early and you're gonna have to work that hour late. I always compare it, some days I'll work 14 hours a day. Yeah, you're crazy. People, say, man, that's crazy. I would never work that many hours. I understand what you're saying. Absolutely. But consider this. Truck drivers, I make this point all the time. Truck drivers, the tractor trailer drivers you see every single day work on a 14-hour business model. Every single day. Most truck drivers work right at 14 hours a day. The huge percentage. So it's not unprecedented, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, some days, like I said earlier, some days you get on a roll, baby. You get on a roll, you get a $15 delivery, followed by a $15 delivery, followed by a $15 delivery. And there's other days you'll get a $5.75 delivery, followed by a $4.75 delivery, followed by a $4.75 delivery, followed by a $5.75 delivery, followed by a $6.25 delivery. Some days $6.25 sounds pretty darn good. Oh, I finally made $6.25. $6.25. People, not just me, I've made one, but people make deliveries make videos about deliveries that pay $6.25. They tend to have hidden tips, and of course all those have to pay way over $2 a mile. Most of the $6.25 deliveries I take pay 2-point-something miles. They all pay over 2. Some of them pay 3. A lot of them pay 3. And anything under that, I don't. There's a business model. There's I should call it a DoorDash strategy that people have. That they are on an $8 minimum, $1 a mile, strategy. I don't agree with that. $1. I don't do dollar a mile deliveries unless I'm going home or bouncing back to Clarkson and 40, or it's got to benefit me in a big way. But I'll do deliveries under $8 an hour. $8 a delivery. I do them all day. They just have to pay $2 a mile. So my minimum that I'll do is $4.25. I don't do anything that's in the threes, or even I don't do $4 deliveries. And the $4.25 deliveries, and I only do one every 2 or 3 days. So I don't want to sound like I'm doing a bunch of $4.25 deliveries, because I'm not. My deliveries last week averaged $9.62. My deliveries this week are probably averaging $10. So I don't want you to think I'm doing a bunch of those. I'm not. But hey, if a $4.25 1 mile delivery comes in, I'm knocking that out real quick. Boom. I'm gonna knock that out just real quick. Boom, boom, boom. Especially if it's slow. Especially if it's between 2 and 5. Oh yeah, I'm doing that all day. Another thing that you absolutely got to have is a really good spotlight flashlight. Because if you're going to work at night, you got to be able to spotlight some addresses. Especially apartments and stuff. They put the numbers underneath stuff and in the bushes and all that stuff. And then some people have black numbers on their mailbox. All kinds of crazy stuff. You're going to need a spotlight flashlight, baby. So you can put a spotlight on a house or on a mailbox or apartment building, and you want to do it from a fair distance away. I got $8. I'd show it to you. Usually I'm in my car, but today I'm in my truck. I'd show you mine, but I got it for like $8 or $9 at Walmart, so it's not expensive. Another thing that you definitely need is a really good phone holder. I invented this one that's in my truck. I took a phone holder and then I just took the circle magnet thing and I used some Velcro and I Velcroed it onto my dash, and then I took the magnet and I just put my phone squarely on it. And it takes up about this much room, or more room than about that much room. Because my wife doesn't want a big thing in the truck. She says it's ugly, blah, blah, blah. Another thing, man, you got to keep the faith. A lot of us will tell you we've started out having bad days, horrible days, and then just grinded away, did all those, 525, 575, 625, 675 delivery, one after another, mixing a 425 delivery, one after another, and at the end of the day, man, the numbers just happen to be there because, you get a couple lucky ones. A couple days last week, and I haven't done a Walmart delivery in about a week, but 2 of the days last week, my best deliveries were Walmart deliveries. I tell you how much I grind. One was 21 and one was 19. So, and those were the best deliveries I had all day, 2 days in a row. Someday you got to keep the faith. And another thing that I would say, and this is more directed towards me personally, is don't feed into the negativity. Stay positive, man. It's real easy to get negative out there. You get on YouTube, people make all these negative videos. I seen one the other day that really kind of bothered me from somebody I really, really respect and trust. Said DoorDash don't care about you. Are you looking for love from DoorDash? Is that what you're looking for? Hey man, I love DoorDash, right? Save my family. I have a soft spot in my heart for them. But if I really loved them, like really cared about them, I'd probably do their horrible deliveries, right? No, I don't do that. It's a business thing, man. It's a business thing for them too. Hey man, they might think I'm a great driver, They might say, right now I have a 5.0 customer rating. I really, really do. So they might say, hey, this is the guy that we want to cultivate, right? And they still send me every bad delivery they can. Boy, what they're really getting good at is trying to sneak. You've got a good delivery you've already accepted, and then while you're driving or you're at the restaurant, they're going to try to sneak in a horrible delivery to go with it. It has been rampant lately. They're just trying to get through the day too, baby. They're trying to get, as far as the hidden tip thing goes. Hey man, if they showed everybody all the tips, that's all the deliveries that would get taken. They show enough of the hidden tip for you to entice you to take the delivery, right? And then you decide what you take. And you know what? I don't mind that they hide. Even most of the time, a hidden tip, a really good delivery, is still going to pay $2 when they offer it to you, right? But sometimes not. Sometimes it'll pay less than that. And what it does then, it rewards somebody for taking those horrible deliveries. That sounds great to me. Reward those people once in a while. You know, that way they might keep doing it. I want them to keep doing it. I want who's ever doing those horrible deliveries, I want them to keep doing it. So I understand the hidden tip thing. Do I like it? No, I don't like it any more than anybody else does. But I understand it, 100%. They need people to do all the deliveries. They need somebody to do all the deliveries, or as many deliveries as they can. So, in Uber Eats, they hide more of the tip than DoorDash does sometimes. So, be mad at them too. Make videos about Uber Eats not caring about you too. Another thing you definitely have to do is you have to multi-app. I mentioned Uber Eats. Boy. I don't take a lot of deliveries with them only because I don't get offered a lot of deliveries with them that makes sense. I mean, you talk about a place just offering you crazy stuff. A lot of times I'll be in the middle of Chesterfield, on Manchester Road even, and I'll get offers for St. Charles and stuff. And late at night, I get offers, to pick up in St. Louis and go downtown and all kinds of crazy stuff. Pick up in the middle of Chesterfield, I get orders to pick up at Mid-Rivers Mall, all that kind of stuff. And just ignore it. Another thing to watch out for is don't get addicted to declining offers. In your cherry picking state, be real careful about decline. Oh man, be careful. You're driving a lot of the time. I've turned down, especially recently when I've been trying to be ultra disciplined. I've turned down 2 or 3 orders I can't believe I turned down. So you got to be real careful about that. But there's so much money to be made out there. As far as these companies not caring about you, no, they don't. But they put out a system that you can care about yourself with. You got to work the system. That's any place, anywhere. You gotta make it work for you. Even any business that you are in, you're gonna have to decide what you're willing to work for. And then, the last thing I'm gonna say is getting to be a 30-minute long video is, hey, maybe DoorDash ain't for you. I see a lot of posts on social media about, I only get $2 or $3 offers, or only make $14 or $15 an hour. Hey man, if you're only getting $2 or $3 offers and you're only making $14 or $15 an hour driving your car around, stop right now. Quit. You need to quit. Don't keep doing DoorDash. Maybe it's just not good in your area. I relate. When people were really pushing Uber and Lyft, and people were talking, and even friends of mine made really good money doing it, even here in St. Louis. And everything I say is St. Louis dependent, but I think it'll work in any densely populated area. But they were making money, and then I was doing it, and because I wasn't willing to do some of the things they were willing to do, like work late at night, because I had another job at the time, I just hate downtown traffic, because to make money doing that, you got to work all the events, you got to work late at night, and then there's the other thing that you have to worry about when you're doing Uber and Lyft, and that's humans. And a lot of times they were drunk, And even when they weren't drunk, a lot of times they were really, really obnoxious. And they were hard to take. Like I would say, hey, is this the street you live on? And they wouldn't answer me because they got their headphones on, or they had the attitude and would tell me this. I'm paying you to drive me, Well, yeah, but we all know how GPSs are. Sometimes they'll just take you in a big circle. I just wasn't any good at it, and I had to stop it. That's why I never thought DoorDash was going to work for me, because I had done Uber and Lyft and I was so horrible at it. But DoorDash is a whole different animal, baby. Thank God. So, man, stay hungry out there, people. Don't get down. I think what happens with a lot of DoorDash drivers, they make really, really, really good money, and then they'll go through a period where they don't, and they just think, oh, I'm never going to make that kind of money again. No. Sometimes what DoorDash does is they go through a hiring spree, which I think they've done recently, and there's going to be more drivers in your zone than other times, and that probably determines what you make more than anything. So that's the days you got to really grind. Blah, blah, blah. Stay hungry out there, people. I said I didn't make 300 a couple days. Well, there's plenty of other days where I made way over 300. Where I made 369.70. I made 350, 360. Just last weekend, I made $430.89 last Monday. That was a unicorn, but hey, you're gonna get a unicorn once in a while. Just last weekend on Saturday, I only worked like 10 hours and made $320. That Friday I went home semi early and made $312. So a lot. The 2 days I don't make it, didn't make it. There's more days that I was way over 300 that made up for that. Probably close to tenfold. If you want to, I've said this before. I think if you want to work a 5-day work week, you could take off on Tuesday. That's one of your days off you want to take, and maybe the other day would be Thursday, or maybe you could do Sunday, and you could make $1,500 consistently, but you're gonna have to grind those 5 days. There ain't no doubt about that. Just like a truck driver would, but you can make a really good living doing DoorDash. You gotta take care of your car. Car maintenance is real important. I made a video about that last week. So the next video I'm gonna make is about tipping, not tips, but tipping. And nobody's probably ever gonna watch it, and that's okay. I need to make it for my own sanity.